wo a FIFA Club World Cup because Chelsea match mahwebi and se wo football enye hwene keke be wo se usua de wom so mostly se minya adaje tina TV ho na mehwe games ni bia ya na mpesua misua nyoma bebre edi film Chelsea share Esperance 3-0 omaya ade say oma qualify to the next stage of the FIFA Club World Cup. Round of 16 Chelsea ba kwishia Benfica. By Ken ade ba ko a me notice Chelsea ni Esperance most especially Chelsea. Unse football na ye bono. Ye wo in possession and ye wo out possession. In possession ye say ukra ball de na mo de ball na ye. Ana out of possession ye say mu ukra ball no de na mo ye. So ade me notice ye e wo Chelsea game against Esperance ni ye say. It seems say as a FIFA Club World Cup no Enzo Maresca e de year experiment. So Chelsea game bi a wabo bia no hu se osesa ne nsa no ope se oye bibi no ye sa experiment no. And experiment ba ko a oye ye against Esperance a e fade ma Chelsea no e yo mu in possession. Enzo Maresca ma Chelsea yusu a 3-3-4 e base shape. Sa 3-3-4 base shape na omu yusu ye no. Eno ne ye Chelsea omu ye in possession. So mu krabo ne pe 3-3-4. Nakin se wo hwe ade we da TV so a sa 3-3-4 no so wan hu say player ba ko ye de ade yellow aseke na eye Enzo Fernandez. Sa ne 3-3-4 eye base shape na o use ye no. Oma Enzo Fernandez ebedane a +1 pocket receiver. Football no ne ebe ye +1 pocket receiver enti anytime be a Chelsea be initiate attack no eye omumum and ebe drop it aba be try say obeye the extra man a obe receive the ball no. So the Oman ye against Esperance so ma Enzo Fernandez a +1 pocket receiver. So Nejuma ni say obe drag Esperance for midfielder baako along to create a lane, to create space at Chelsea bit to progress ball no. And obeye the central hub of Chelsea. And to say now what check omu game omani Esperance boy ye anope ya. On say creativity ni na no na ya branch friend say Enzo Fernandez o pretty as a +1 pocket receiver. Na ye experiment a coach ne ye FIA. Then again obi to say Dela. Omo no so e drop deep as the number 9 or drop deep no obe bounce play na was spin. So o check e Dela go ni mpokra na in station no e wo the number 9 position but drop deeper or bounce no was spin into hwe kwa fa so 10 ya o kwhye ye. So o hwe game no mo boy na 3-3-4 e base shape no as a experiment to me against Esperance a working the match Chelsea. It seems that every game biano Enzo Maresca experiment and one of experiment against experimenter against Esperance so use the 3-3-4 a base shape na Enzo Fernandez as the +1 pocket receiver. Dela air bouncing no was spinning no they attended to score goals no. E fa the man inti member na baso. Charles a transfers ne kakra kin and me transfers ne mu e kakra. Me sha see free Arsenal. Arsenal ye transfer meetings kakra. On say pressure na sha see ba. Na meeting na see enra. Ana Teta e dia to Arsenal. Impanyifo enim say ohia a boss crasher. Football ye kaso be a boss crasher e ye midfielder untouchable ni bebre. On control game no. Bon na be rani bebre unhu be bi obefra ba na ofreche no abewura penalty box ni. No wa show. Omne ye from boss crasher. Ateta si ohia boss crasher. And ye busa ne say na player ben na ye available. Unim player Ateta bo ni di. Osi ope Barcelona Fermin Lopez.
Ope Fermin.
Yes. Latest anamede ma. Osi Fermin Lopez. Or ye boss crasher. Unso oko Barcelona mo control game ni ye Pedri ni Frankie de Jong. Fermin Lopez untouchable no but be run sa unhu be bi obefra ba na penalty box nim ogina ho no wa show. Or ye boss crasher midfielder. Ye see Ateta say ope Fermin Lopez as the boss crasher. Omon fa off anko ye. Omone Barcelona ndi nkomo, omone boy ndi nkomo. Na mum ni din akopie so e wo Arsenal say boss crasher na Ateta si open no. O se Fermin Lopez ye player na ni gene ho. We ye de eba. Arsenal ho abiem. Omone Hato agents no ewie e wo London. Hato ye left back e de ma Ayas. Arsenal ana ni agency na wie e wo London. Omo agree 5 years. 5 years no personal terms we be agreed. Diaka Arsenal and Ayas. Minimum of 50 million euros betmesu. Say Arsenal prepare or more official bid at the Akoma Ayas. By personal terms no measure our London for Hato and Arsenal. Enti ye ready do ne ba kwesi. Na as recently Victor Gyokeres on say oyanda HCM Sports Management. HCM no at the time ana Barcelona. Epe Frankie de Jong no omo na convince Frankie de Jong ma ne ba Barcelona. Omo na sa manage abrante friend say Victor Gyokeres. Now him say HCM for Afredeko. Ebusa ne say na mumpe Victor Gyokeres ana e wo Barcelona. Yes. Say agents na hu say ase Arsenal and Manchester move slow down into a chance here of finding the man in now for 4. Ama HCM for Afredeko. Aka che ne say Victor Gyokeres ho. On say January transfer no Barcelona kon ho. Enti HCM for ne Fredeko no say January na mo pe Victor Gyokeres. Say e kwan da ho mo befa Deko aka kire HCM for ne say Victor Gyokeres na no kre Barca for ne penasem. Na mom say eye operation Nico Williams. Omu focus eye Nico Williams. Enya strike omu dis kakese be fa no. Omu was kakese bi a omu ko activate eye Nico Williams clause no. So far Victor Gyokeres ni agent no a ofan about Barcelona Barca a rejected you no. The situation of Raheem Sterling is sad. The last time be catch us say Ali coach ekopiem Orlando no ko share Spurs for omu negotiate about Bissouma no. Ana 1692 agency omu na represent Raheem Sterling ekwa Ali coach or say person mo offer Raheem Sterling ana o si ni nyina be nyina Jose so say 1692 for no asa frɛ Beshir Stars for no oma ka kire say omu hold you on asa say teams ni nyina Raheem Sterling it seems say
onya team not just over return to Chelsea
he say the akika kwe so Beshir Stars for no say omu hold you on no mo ntwe omo targets ni wi so mo hwɛ na bibia amfa de ometimi a negotiate na obeka ya ye be breaki Darwin Nunez ene Napoli deal no e wa ha say ama ye ka say Antonio Conte Fred Darwin Nunez no ode ni project e de kire no Darwin Nunez e say nani je ho no be join Napoli boboko no na problem ba ko na e wo ho e ye ne salary because Darwin Nunez eje 7.3 million pounds a year with Liverpool o de ba euros a 8.5 million euros sa 8.5 no say or the same thing obejo on Napoli oba be the highest paid player because Napoli highest paid player Lukaku 7.6 million euros eniji sem aba e de Napoli for Darwin Nunez ese alternate salary no so 3.5 million euros aba be 5 million euros e Napoli Darwin Nunez ese obeti ne salary no so 3.5 million euros no aba be 5 million euros for Napoli not as on score McTominay David Neres ana Politano mu na aba be the same amount say diaka Napoli and Liverpool wati ase say obeti ne salary no so say Napoli ni Liverpool for timi wi Darwin Nunez ba kopiem Italy AC Milan for say omo pe striker na striker na omo pe no omo pe Giroud type of striker players mienu din na aba Retegi ana Mitrovic Retegi ana Mitrovic
Uncle Fan for Saudi Arabia
yes omo say omo pe obi obetima strike to say Giroud on said the last time omuji league na Giroud na strike the mom enti sa two players we no omo pe Ken officially ye betima confirm wa ha say after see a better story and says Spurs for Epe Kudus and then betima confirm the amount say official talks ashase
Kudus in the Spurs
yes they say Spurs and West Ham
Spurs in the West Ham yeah
official talks we any room obiem akoso na me source no e dia ma me say Spurs for offer 50 million pounds omo nim say 50 million pounds na West Ham for nje na the one person omo ye na say omo the sale on clause 30% be shem dia ma West Ham
okay
and after 50 million pounds no omo dia shame say Spurs say ton Kudus dachi a West Ham benya 30% enti wudi ni nyina akeka bom kura na sa eska na West Ham open on betimenya by West Ham for no omo 50 million pounds do omo nje by say ana Spurs afọ omo wadwen 50 million pounds plus 30% sale on na Nico Williams latest and Barcelona for no me sa de ba enu Kweku ka asem bi na me di Kweku bu obema no o kai say no na Kweku ka say Bilbao for no epeso mo frustrate Barcelona ne Nico Williams ashase na dio mo ye na esre menya Barcelona ni ba dio mo ye na esre Mr. John Uriarte on a president Edema Bilbao Edema Athletic Club Bilbao omo general director omo decide say omo the official letter be call Royal Spanish Federation Football Federation and a professional football league omo ko catch omo say omo Bilbao for no tio Bilbao for no omo na pe say omo supervise Barcelona omo economic operation economic operation say Barca revenue ombe generate omo expenditure
omo ko fa sika na fi
omo person omo na omo supervise omo Bilbao for no Barca how omo be ye omo ti kasem no omo person omo na supervise no omo ogidie say Barca still na no omo ndu level na omo fa Nico Williams a omo betima register no enti anka Royal Spanish Federation any professional football league no Emma Bilbao for no embe supervise Barcelona omo economic operation
ese de omo de ba bi omo person be hwehwem
omo person be hwehwem
ba release clause de so de beto okọ
when na omo nti ase no ade na omo ye
me ba release clause so de to okọ but still omo ni omo nyane bo e wo the same competition enti omo betimi abisa so omo finances
omo so person omo supervise you
okay
omo anka so person omo hwehwem omo se Bilbao for no omo person omo supervise ne aka so bi supervise bi e dey person netina de Barcelona eye bia no na person omo hwe minti bi da Bilbao for ni mistake omo ye ne say ken Barcelona omo revenue ye bo season we financial year no omo revenue se kan to de mamia 950 million euros o Eska Barcelona generate ye no from omo bibia 950 million euros omo ntete bibia by way of revenue and omo decide say the new financial year be run from 1st July 2025 to 30th June 2026 no omo be spend 1 billion euros na okay. Barcelona the Bilbao for mistake omo ye nyina na say Barca etimi free 25 million euros ewo financial fair play space a Barca bitima register Nico Williams
nje be player na
they say the Barcelona hia na say omba ko to release clause na omo free 25 million euros per ewo financial fair play space no Nico Williams on betima register no ma me bobo de aka no so na menu amo eso entimi embra kakra Partey de no say de e over obeye free
when you free asna
yes when you free asna nti we de mebobo so na omawrem embuamo so de na ade tu dwa no problem ne say Brentford for no pay 2 million pounds e de aka add-ons no Brentford pay 65 million pounds Manchester ni o ma reach agreement say o metu 63 million pounds 63 no emu 55 a fixed amount emu 8 million add-ons enti anka omo pe 2 million de aka add-ons na do 63 65 no na me di wie no another exclusive Victor Gyokeres be Liverpool are rejecting no ewie
Liverpool
yes
na Liverpool no omo pe player for bi aka ho
o ma catch HCM for ne say on say ma catch us omo of the teams no HCM for ne say omo pe striker omo number 1 target Isaac enye Victor Gyokeres
Liverpool must Isaac
in case on be sign striker into omo ofa ne mo na wie no over omo say omo pe Gyokeres
me da say Kwame Dela no Ederson bre
keme da say na mentoa so na menchia awoshi owodunkwa o na ofen nti baby a senior wo bia ma menchia ne yepa na mentoa kwa men komo no so de tie ne say La Liga as an association they cannot stop Barcelona from buying. What they can do is to stop Barcelona from registering two different activities. Barcelona they can only advise them say turn out tono yeah register but not you cannot stop them. Maybe I told you the video yasi. And your registration and what the woman Rebecca say, I cannot allow this player into this portal. Bilbao for Nebeko Madrid clubs in Besia next week. La Liga fixtures in Beba Bonting. Ombesia meeting. Almost they are going to complain and tell Javier Tebas say Barcelona for now they are not being fair to the rest of the clubs. Because clearly, Sika something here, and so they find ways to buy. Here, means something here, Mr. Governments, are buying, Spanish are buying. And you'll be one say last year, Javier Tebas and La Liga for said Danny Over cannot be registered. Yet, institution under the government insisted Danny Omo gets registered. Maybe what? Say La Liga for say you cannot. Abani say register them. They will play. Ken, they want to say, Abai no want, and again, I understand them. The government want to protect the big clubs. And see, in the clubs and the complaints is look, let me tell you something. January, Valencia, Atletico Madrid, Las Palmas, Espanyol, 4 clubs. Actually, joint letter and the babontin and the Wikoma, Kofono work and fee promone, La Lega associations ni na say. I didn't no Barcelona cannot register Danny Omu. Clubs no joint statement. Oman form Sanchez yet they say they support na beba for Kahubi. Yet enkwesi because Abine insists say Mama boy no more. It has always been there. A bedroom pempen so became if Barcelona get this boy registered, if they sign him, say registration, they will see Barcelona register. Say you fail, it has always been there. I was Spain ho. At 2016, European Commission at the statement by Bontin say Abino found ways or different Real Madrid and Barcelona and 5 other clubs just to support them and compete in Europe. Refi, and the European Commission at the buy actually and we investigation on say clubs need to kind of back because the government now almost supported clubs in ways feel say you're right. And see the government will always protect its best clubs. Have your tabas. Ni more danger. Name of do pepes will be on Timmy. Now, Daniel up to now, Ubi Sano say, I had Daniel. I don't want them to register. But okay, also you cannot register Daniel. Yet this guy played. Barcelona knows what they are doing. Oh, Munim Domoye. What do you want to play? You know, they will find ways to register him. Me say, last year, let me say throughout Barcelona registration is in last year na dempa because I feel crowd a bedroom paper so be on ball company revenue baby Nike contracts enche on my official unveiling into Sikane be come this year Sikasa na be much better this year. Now last year crowd more than crowd they registered him. What they jabi no beba for no and tasentasia bende. Ken, they tend to say, Chelsea experience they say be in match biasa, but I am beginning to feel say Enzo Fernandez wants to start mojoing himself with Chelsea midfield. I say, opeso ye bibi ye say die Chelsea midfield no or Giapo. And your experience game no, it has always been. I'm saying recently that has been his performance. Now. One say Enzo is someone Chelsea fans a lot of them I will respect Eddie man. Obudi pau o shekura no a omuntimi nka ne bebre. Nana akase sa respect na Chelsea fans de ama no obetene no aye by performance de ama wo. Me makase 2.5 years now wa baby with Chelsea no. Ken, he has not been in the top 3 Chelsea base players. Omo Bonchen Kuku. On Bobo and Chen Moises Kaisedu, on Bobo even Chen Kopama. But who take Isika and respect Ediama Enzo? And was saying Chelsea BB, I can say he's either the best player or second best player at Chelsea, yet he's not there. Last year, yeah, baby, and the most I say, he said performance in a pejaba. Club World Cup on the yeah, but young kindly baby, but season, Nimono, I'm expecting a better performance from Enzo Fernandez. As I saw Fidie was settled with England. As I saw starting more job Chelsea midfield, Senior Kopama, J Chelsea, bought throughout the season. Last two, the first season, as I said, Enzo bought Chelsea. So far, so good. I'm beginning to love what he's doing, but aka consistency. Yan twas way. Na Ken Kamaldeen Sulemana. Mamen kai ye nyina ya sembi. Okay say Rennes as a football club. Edun pempenso bi no mo Jeremy Doku. In one season, Jeremy Doku. Kamaldeen Sulemana. Seu grasi krado mu loaning in tam. nyina no mo team back o. Matisse Tel. They call Bayern Munich now Tottenham Hotspur no. Desire Doi. Oh, René team no. Oh, wo any more no. Those starting and those from the bench. Solid team. Na obi ka say boys ni bi beji din epejanta ma chen kama din and kamia misi en kamin jindi. Because Southampton no mun sisi kakese ko top player. No board din da aje Kamaldin. He was the player. Kama Southampton 40 kana ne board din 25 million euros. No mun yes ha. Recently. Ken, what pains me ne say? Okoye no, me who Kamaldin ye. And gets me every time I watch Kamaldin, I feel very sad because born it here or bo. But decision making up front has always been his problem. Because and yes, sir, Ken, when him says Southampton na yenu no koi 3 seasons in a washe 4 goals. Bono say a dani ball beba. Utimu sa akwa no onim ball ni ball. But I can't decision making and then any problem. Now, this is where we are heading towards to. Atlanta Ebermanos 8 years 17. Martin said on the 17 Eberman Southampton you're willing to take 17. But I'm sure some of the sell on Bishim. A fresh page for Kamaldin. I am someone who still believes in this boy's talent. Let me be true to you. Wait, say on your coach bia, or better how to take decision right. Kamaldin enye bi na Jeremy Doku mu ye bi. Say Jeremy Doku jibona or the born in Konechi. Agwawe. Say born no sir a ban now so na me say I would want Kamaldin to be taught by a coach or better when to pass, when to dribble, when to run, when to hold on to the ball. Say coach be modi ni kakra na we o ka say Pep nsan no say we develop a much better chain the Jeremy Doku chechiri. Na to the be abrabo de sa na say he Xabi Alonso. Me tie ni interviews recently on Madrid that waka nsam they be on beside about Chouameni or you so word be see key pillar or your Madrid key pillar. Now, nah, I don't know. I don't know. Coach, you know, we used to do twice. Key pillar. Or I don't know. Here, you can here. Chouameni home. I think say the modern number 6 no on yes. Now Madrid 4 has always had this problem that. Omo midfielders near mechanical midfielders. Chouameni, Fede Valverde, Jude Bellingham. Omo more flair kakra than Ceballos. Look at Modric, you know. Say last season crowd no one said them mobi. Into the core of their midfield. Omo mechanical. Xabi Alonso epic control. So if Xabi Alonso wants players that suits his system, I agree 100% anyway anymore. Now, Esan says they say options in the wanty. I was Xabi Alonso finding ways to get his midfield in shape with these boys. And I know says about better than no. I won't think now. Reason why Chouameni he says or you keen is say one. I told the idea he plays in number 5 or 4, but 6 na original roller or Debema Chouameni or say a keen is say it is the same roller. Those days. Mascherano ewo Liverpool. On say Liverpool's 3-man midfield those days. Liverpool prime pano. Mascherano typical 6. Xabi Alonso 8. Steven Gerrard 10. Mascherano ni ball bebre, but I will tackle. Me jibbo noa. Xabi Alonso, you will do the contribution and control, distribute everything. Xabi Alonso. Okay, I to say Sami Khedira. Xabi Alonso. Khedira. Only body boy but he knows how to tackle. Jebo. Now me diama Xabi Alonso. I had to say Xabi Alonso be a coach. How he was using Andrich. Andrich anybody boy but he tackles, he get the ball, he gives it to Xhaka, Granit Xhaka. Not Granit Xhaka, I control. I am beginning to feel say, baby, we are heading towards to know. Say number 6 and in control. It is said the road dream we yenibi. It said the Frankie de Jong ye yenibia. Ebia Xabi Alonso. The reason why he's staying say this guy is my key. Say he's going to be doing what Mascherano did for Liverpool, what Khedira did for Real Madrid. Sa 6 na Flair the but they will do the job, leave it to the number 8 so that number 8 will start controlling the game.
Okay.
We are keenly watching. But for now, coach, I would believe I will Chouameni more.
Edua, yebehwe. Chouameni asem de say, ya yenim no ye ne won commodities ayi. Time so yebebam. Why? Chouameni, time so yebebam.
Oh, munya botre.
Biggy.
Ken.
Say de be kan no atuma na. Say ye no ade a. Na say dada na.
Yeah, can't he be an improvement abem.
Okay.
Can player I find Enzo Fernandez. Can say a tour around 121 million euros. Are there Chelsea supporter be expecting say over carry team no one will show this.
120 and I say 100.
106 million pounds, around 121 million euros.
Okay.
Yes. Until the Chelsea supporter be expecting say over carry team no or betting. When things are difficult, you give them that kind of performance. A bit more makai with time because to whom much is given, much is expected, and so therefore, only players are a befa de abano. So Bo was running quadie. You expecting a lot from you. We are only few one. You've been given the captain's armband. Clearly, Ujina Park and so you best expecting a captain's performance from you as a player. At the match Chelsea Bo Bokono, and me feel say. The kind of Niamana Chelsea supporters in the expect performance are no more so move and on a player not stepping up at this time around or the match Chelsea Bobo. Can you be so why any Chelsea creator Obeka say why it won't feel for Obeka Kopama? But in 2025, Ope player will create the most chances at the Ama Chelsea, a player friend is Enzo Fernandez. We created 54 chances and the Ama Chelsea Bobo in all competitions. There is no Chelsea player our creative even 50. Onu lead the pack when it comes to chances creation. About goal scoring any assister in 2025 combined, the goal contribution in all competitions, 14. Wa assist Makumaku 8 and Washer 6. This is the kind of performance or they match Chelsea Bobo and then no been a Abranti and Sanso twice so my who ye it will game at Chelsea boy against Esperance. And the Chelsea supporters now they are more expected. Every player and the honor gradually he's giving them that thing. My member Liam Dela Pabaso. It wasn't an extraordinary performance, Debbie, but at least the goal he scored for Chelsea was a good. Make a goal not same because around the 13th to the 14th minute of the game, he had same pass, that same angle, Gina, which is the left side of the 18-yard area of the opponent. Or Peke ball, a creative space and a chance at the man who created an angle. Now you goal scoring angle, a wavy through 3 players in that opening. Or boy, or may say that opportunity. Yababa we game in the first half. He had same. And I know Timmy body tomb. It is a war rehearsing. Branty and I am what you man or the Abbey Chelsea Bobo. I am hoping said the case of the number 9 gets, Branty liberty me breaking and near my conkaim at the man or Chelsea. Can Thomas Partey and Arsenal. Kwame Amaya who so officially play and if we Arsenal Bobo Kunumna. I am here. Not just because I am a Ghanaian.
And I'm not others in the discussion and not say as a Ghana for your emotion, the emotions in Abam because in the age of 32, no. So Tommy Pesol Tana Wadia, I don't know, accept Yasna, Bed no Modiamano.
Yeah.
Players who pay, and yes, sir.
Sure.
Most of the Nisikano Benyan in Abes or Boboni Biansa.
Sure. Ken, as a Ghanaian, my wish and listen, can who you players no say they be in the limelight, almost these big clubs. That is very true. And only one. But we are only free on more. One of the biggest reasons in here, as the Limpes or Bemano, Meka se Sikana or Shesheno, Amanatana, because of the age. They feel that Thomas Partey engine. And this is a party engine, they are relatively also Mupe play or younger. No, no, Babesha's our position in the Arsenal Bobo Kono. But Arsenal Ankas as Arsenal or Monekayan and Arsenal Komono Mudiano, they are defeating that purpose of conversation because player after so Moko Fana Balance or 31 years. Yes. No God will see a kind of my Brentford Bobo Kono.
No God was saying 31.
Oh, 31.
And
when you're 31 in March,
and a party was 33.
And a party was 32.
32.
Yes. It's just 1 year difference. Mejitum say buying every player is a gamble.
But keeping
problem and Nogard is not a better player than Thomas Partey.
Nogard.
Though since 2021 about Premier League, he's been very good. No doubt about it. Premier League since 2021 Ken Upe player why the most interceptions are 201 Norgard as a defensive midfielder. And the performance the air was through. Why recoveries in 844 Premier League since 2021 permanent. On a second when it comes to recoveries Premier League. So the performance is there. When it comes to tackles on that third. We're winning 189 tackles since 2021 in the Premier League. It depends these numbers on your bad player. But you are going for a player on more Arsenal that. Obeka say a Premier League in Obo. But this is where the problem is. We've seen players around the same league almost switch a camp. Akwa a new team and the man farm omo. Menkase bana Obano emfa Debbie. But you Fernando Torres mo. Will Liverpool performance are not dying Eddie. At that time, no being meaning to Suda. Say Fernando Torres may make a £50 million move. It was a British record fee. And the Aqua Copium Chelsea, not Obeko Chelsea, Emfa. It's the Emfa who say the same league, you know. Who top player be a gamble, bet to be able to play and be ban Emfa. It's what Thomas stay party. O problem any age, any sika. Fine, Sikana the over to me, I can't want them. But age in your problem, and the Okofana replace party, no. 31. There is not much of a difference between only Thomas Day Party. But team now Obama. Party boy establishing him. It was our team. He knows the ins and outs. Our Arsenal Bobo Kunim. On your adaptation bia. That is number one. Number two, Thomas Day Party gives you options than Christian Norgard. This season, your party was Arsenal Obo as a right back. Your party was now Obo other positions. Our Arsenal Bobo Kunim. Me who Norgard Obo as a right back that. It is all in the bar. That's a problem bar. Our right back position one more. You are not going to get a Thomas Day Party like player slotty in. No boss our position in the amount. Can Sikana problem? But one of the reasons age. It is a age there. You are defeating your own purpose of letting Thomas Day Party go. Not that Sikana they were from or just £40,000 a week. Or Brentford. It's a be asked now pay money by 150 grand any budget.
David Asna base 70 base
and I make us say party 200,000
over 200 yeah.
Over 200,000 it is a party corner say oh for no number na say 150 mpo and our day manner who save sika e no cre but a very big gamble than so be keep you key player how you involved our Arsenal performance in the previous seasons and the kind of performance our day man
omo fair to party and I'm be say
football the most ungrateful sport in the world
because the last 2 seasons
yeah
and then I say come party
yeah
but as a Obasa the best season
he's been very good this season one of the best if not the best
I don't know when season we're not still
and who he has now top 3 performance any consistency who be Thomas Day Party account
when
Debbie he was consistent he gave a good performance throughout the season. It's in the minimum the quantia, but I feel say I'm gonna take your decision. Maybe I probably on person save cost. But whoever gets Thomas Day Party has gotten a quality player. I'll be watching be a okum.
Mother than coffee.
And Kenya bad.
Kwame. Say kai bebo wana.
Oh Debbie.
Chwame ni mudi. So they chwame ni party bit my yabo ana.
Yeah, party bit my babo rama the team no. Simple.
Me patch say chwame ni wo hodi oyi. So party bit my yabo.
Oh party bit my yabo kra.
Jada no mon kofa party.
Won say team bia on the project. Rama ke head the long
term. But Biggy brain na.
Ketwa bi on AC Milan.
Kwame Sergio Ramos. I be defend the
or the age that you party film. Ken AC Milan out almost hwehwe striker. Na penkomo na ya tetene they are talking about players mienu Mitrovic and a striker friend is Retegi. Mitrovic performance, seriously speaking, he's been outstanding. From my any days, full and bobo kunim. Our boy, and if you want to go PM in the Saudi Arabia. Since joining the Saudi Arabian League, he hasn't been bad. The last 2 seasons, our born on the first season, our Saudi Arabian League. He played around 28 games. About 28 games in the year, and again, no, I share 28 goals. And the Diamond team Al Hilal, I will see a kind woman. Season year, he played 23 games for Al Hilal and or share 19 goals. And so the man Hilal Bobo Kono. It is a kwa for such a striker. And then about team one. And very good. So Baba be a team like AC Milan. One day need a striker, and he's a proven one. But then again, you look at it from an angle, say he has never played in the Italian Serie A. Almost Serie A nibida. Baby Awabo a Premier League, Saudi, and then Belgium. But who play at the Serie Tegi or Honum? And they just ended season in the Italian Serie A, can on an top scorer. Or share 25 goals. And the man a team my friend is Atlanta. And Oma 8 assists. And you were proving in in that particular league. yes, Syria and there. Wababoni, aside that he's a player, almost all the departments and I say body parts are the go, no player need to go. 25 goals no share, or the 9 left to share 10, or the right share 10, and or the share 5. Into a goals in my home. To such a player, our bow Syria animal, I had the top scorer there. I will say AC Milan focus on, and between the two, relatively near the age of home commerce here. Mitrovic, 30 years. Retegi, 26 years. I believe he's going to be a better buy for AC Milan Bobo Kone than Mitrovic.
Me that say, I know a Biggy, Messi Biggy, but I say Eugene, tough for Adumpum. Eugene,